Hey, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. I am Monique Forcier. I am a spiritual coach. Just wanted to come on here and chat with you for a minute about something that I've been working on for probably the past year, anger. In our society, anger, it has a real violent tone, but, an angry, bitchy lady isn't necessarily yay. Or have you heard that you have RBF, resting bitch face? Yeah, I might have been told that too. Or that I'm angry all the time, or yeah, and I don't like to be labeled. I like to have this free personality, this flow. So I kind of took it seriously and I did some deep dives. And who wants to be like somebody that you can't go up to because you feel like they'll get mad at you? I didn't want that persona. And so I've been working really hard on it. I read this book, came really well recommended, The Dance of Anger, A Woman's Guide to Changing the Patterns of Intimate Relationships. I feel like this book could be good for men or women because it does deep dives into patterns and personal relationships. But there were a couple of points from both the book and just from my own work and study and things about it that I kind of wanted to share because I'm here to help and be a guide. So, one thing that was really interesting to me is that anger is usually a form of protection. And if we, instead of getting stuck in the anger, we sit and evaluate the anger. Like, why is this anger showing up for me? Why do I have this anger? And what is it? What is it here for? And what's its story? And can it help guide me through what I'm going through? If we can really look at, like, what am I really angry about? I'm just angry all the time. Well, some of the reasons that anger shows up is boundaries can be kind of skewed. And we all have to take ownership for our own co-creation in our lives and the things that we create. And so, who's responsible for what? Are you potentially over functioning in the relationships around you? Like, with your kids, are you doing all the chores and they're doing none? Are you over functioning and then you're frustrated, you're overwhelmed, you can come across as angry or bitchy because you're over functioning, and maybe they need to pick up the slack, and maybe they need to, like, you need to delegate. That's on us. We can't sit and blame. I mean, we can do what we want, but a more aware person maybe would say, well, I'm not holding people accountable. There's also an under-functioning portion. So there's the over-functioning, like you're doing everything, you're in the wheel, you're doing all of the things, but there's also an under-functioning part. And this was true for me too. Maybe I didn't have or grasp all of some of the aspects of my life and things that were going on. And so it was causing great frustration and overwhelming feelings for me, which then triggered my anger. And my anger again would come up to protect me because I was feeling inadequate, or I was feeling not worthy because I wasn't doing enough or didn't understand something enough in a certain area. So I think those are really important, interesting things. It's really, it's a journey to break out of kind of this dance of anger that we all, this protection of anger. It's really the journey of deep diving into our emotions. And then when we hold people in boundaries, like our kids doing chores, we can expect pushback, or they're going to counter move and try to navigate around it because they're not used to the new you. But yeah, anger isn't bad. I have learned to not judge emotions based on what I think is good or bad. I've learned to, what's this trying to teach me? What's my lesson? What is anger showing up for? And why is it showing up? Is it because I'm not functioning enough? Someone is doing everything for me? Is it because I'm doing everything? That happens happens a lot. Yeah, and it's just finding a really interesting conversation, because anger is not always looked at well in our society, and rightfully so, because a lot of people use anger for murders and, the things that in life aren't good. But anger in in frustration and all of these things is actually a guide for us. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on anger, when you use anger, how you use anger, um, what it's showing up for you for. I think that's a really good lesson. Is it showing up because you're trying to protect yourself? Is it showing up because you're under functioning or over functioning? Yeah, write some comments, and reach out to me if you would like any help in your journey. I'm here for you. I see you. I'd love to be a guide for you. And have a fantastic day. Bye.